Tonight, COVID concerns in school as 1 million students in the nation's largest district return to the classroom. New York City schools fully reopening for the first time in 18 months. No option for remote.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, everyone. Back to school jitters were never quite like this morning, the yellow buses lined up and school bells rang for 1 million children in the nation's largest school system, many walking inside a physical classroom for the first time in a very long time. Their first lesson, as it has been for kids across the country, science, understanding how to safely resume learning against the persistent backdrop of COVID. Tonight, with over 243,000 child COVID-19 cases reported last week, the second highest number since the pandemic began, there is growing impatience for vaccine approval for younger children. Tonight, we ask when, and the answer is encouraging. Also, a new study questions the need for booster shots. The COVID battle being waged on new fronts this evening. We began with Stephanie Gosk in New York. Much of the Gulf Coast is bracing for even more dangerous flooding tonight, with Tropical Storm Nicholas about to make landfall. Al Roker is here. Al, what's the latest tracking on this one?
Well, right now, Lester, we're looking at hurricane watches south of Corpus Christi, all the way near Galveston, O'Connor, all the way near to Lake Charles. Moderate risk all the way back to New Orleans. Why? Because of heavy rain. We're talking about storm totals of 6 to 12 inches of rain, Lester, but some places could see up to 18 inches, including southwestern Louisiana. As you know, they do not need any more rain.
Yeah, that's a lot of rain. Al, thanks very much. Also tonight, California Governor Gavin Newsom, on the eve of a rare recall election, is turning to the president's support in the final hours before Election Day, one that could prematurely remove him from office. NBC's Jacob Soboroff has details. Capitol Police have arrested a man armed with knives and driving a truck covered in white supremacist symbols. This comes days before a planned rally in support of rioters arrested after the January 6th attack. Garrett Hake is at the Capitol. Garrett, what do we know about this?
Lester,
new challenge from North Korea, where state media reports the test firing of that country's first long-range cruise missiles, a clear provocation to the U.S., South Korea, and Japan. With more on this, here's Andrea Mitchell. Back now with an urgent warning from Apple. They're rolling out an emergency update to protect against data on a story you saw right here. A bipartisan group of lawmakers is demanding years after those attacks that sparked America's longest war. Secretary of State Antony Blinken defended the U.S. pullout from Afghanistan, saying there's no evidence staying longer would have made the government or security forces more resilient. Richard Engel is in Kabul tonight, 1 month after the Taliban takeover. And next for us, inside a life-saving program giving hope to kids facing their darkest days. The latest numbers from the CDC are startling. They show a dramatic rise in the number of teen girls attempting suicide during the pandemic. Kate Snow now on a unique program working to save lives in our series, Kids Under Pressure. On Today, you can catch another in-depth conversation about mental health and teens with the cast of Dear Evan Hansen. Next for us tonight, our series, The New Space Race. I'll show you how NASA is preparing to go back to the moon and beyond. We're hearing a lot about private companies and space tourism these days, but as I saw for myself, NASA is aiming much farther. Out there to see. That's Nightly News for this Monday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.